Good morning, everybody. I'm just looking at the chart here, looking at this morning's price action. Thought I'd do a quick little short here, tape reading this. So initially, I came in this morning and I'm looking at this 1 hour old low and this daily fair value gap we have, and we do have this equal high on the 1 minute chart. Put it into a daily order block this morning, and we have seen lower prices. Little long in here. So I was tape reading this position with this breaker block here. We have a breaker block down here. Never retested that. Breaker block in here. Retested that. 950 macro. Look at this 15-minute order block here in price. Noted on the 15. See that? Look at that wick. Looking at a 1. Tape reading this. Reaching for this high up here. Initially, I wouldn't be comfortable in this position because look at the candlesticks here. Look at how the bodies sit exactly on this 50-minute order block. Price here. Candles trading, wicking through this level, trading back into the 15-minute fair value gap. Look at that fair value gap here. 15-minute fair value gap. That's noted there. Traded back into that. Supported price. And then we have this 1 minute breaker block here. Pulled that through. Trading into that. Looking to see if we could trade up higher into this equal high here on the 1 minute. Looking for that equal high. That would be a 1 to 2, roughly about a 1 to 2 here on that. Going to take you over to the dollar index. Looking at the dollar index here this morning, we are stuck inside of a consolidation. We had equal lows in place, which have now been taken. We have relative equal highs. And then we have this wick. That would be something that I would be looking at. We also have this daily order block coupled with this 4 hour fair value gap, consequent encroachment level, which beautiful level for price to trade back into this level here above. If we go above that wick, that would be something that I would look at price trading into. If we do, however, continue down lower, then this old low here would be something that I would look at. Not something that I would prefer to see this morning, though, since we did take out this daily old low. Let's switch to a daily and look at these levels. We did take out these lows here. So those are quite long-term lows. So I would expect some sort of a retracement here. There's that daily order block. And then we have that 4 hour fair value gap here. We have very clean highs on the 4 hour. So I would prefer to see dollar trade up into those there. Go back to the US 100. Looking at US 100 here, this would be partials here, 22, 23%, roughly about 10 handles. That would be where I would take a partial, and I would move the stop into a profit. And look to see if it wants to reach for this equal high. We also have this daily order block. It could tap into that level. That would be another level that I would look to take a partial. Then the equal highs, if it wants to get above that. We have a fair value gap here. Let's look at this fair value gap for support. Would ideally like to see some support in that level. Gonna take you over to the nice reaction if we can close above this fair value gap. Let's quickly go look at the US 500. So US 500 this morning, same breaker block sitting here, tapped into that here, 951. Fill it up higher. About 5 handles right there. Same 50-minute fair value gap. And initially, I wanted to be short on NAS, but we have this equal high here sitting right inside this daily fair value gap, just too clean of a level, and that it conflicts with that idea of wanting to be short. I was looking at this 15-minute old low here, and I had a 4-hour wick consequent encroachment right there. We traded into that, and that was suspect to me. That threw the whole idea of looking for shorts trading into this old low in this daily fair value gap. That threw that idea out of the window because those are suspect. Look at that wick. We tapped into that wick, sitting at that wick, and here's that 15-minute order block we have, and there's that 15-minute fair value gap. So this whole idea of us coming into this 4-hour wick, trading below this low, time of day 9:50. I was looking for something at 9:50. Beautiful reaction at that fair value gap on NAS. Go back to that in a minute. This whole idea down here, and that threw that idea out of the window because this is suspect. That 4-hour wick, we're sitting at that level, cleared the low, equal highs. It's too suspect. It just threw that idea out of the window. Back to US 100. There's that reaction. We tapped it one more time. We want to see this close above this and then rally towards this high. Just thought this would be a interesting environment to just talk about what I see in the charts, and hopefully that would be informative to some of you. By the way, Dow this morning, haven't talked about the Dow. Close below that fair value gap. Not looking very good for the remainder of that position, but even if it does stop us out, at that point a that would be stopped in a inside of a profit, so it doesn't matter. Let's get the screen switched over here. US 30. Here we go. God, it took me a while to get that. So this morning on the US 30, I was looking at this equal low. We took that out, rallied up higher, reaching for this 1 hour order block here. Right there. We traded into that once and we came back into it again. Look at the bodies of the candles there. That is not coincidental. And look at how we came back up here, traded into this 1 minute order block, and it's rallied below this low here. We also had a 15-minute inversion, which I did pull through, tapped into it there, rallied off higher. We're now trading below that level, below these lows here. We still have this low and that low sitting in place for price to take. So that is US 30. Switch back over to the NAS. So we tapped into that order block right there. I want to see a close above this fair value gap. I like the fact that the candle traded into that order block, but we closed inside of the fair value gap. Like the fact that we took out this high as well here. Like the fact that we traded that consequent encroachment. We're going to see a trade up above this high now. This is where if you still had a runner in this and you had your stop at the break even with the fees and commissions covered, then I would move my stop up and place my stop below this wick or at the mean threshold of this order block. Trade it into this candle here, order block, like this reaction here. It needs to stay above this and trade higher. Could trade back into this wick. Not ideal though. We also have a balanced price range in this area. So that is something to note. Change these. Wanted to make it a red. I don't want to see this go back down here again. It just drops the odds off precipitously of this trade. Needs to rally now. It's done all its business down here. Want to see a trade above these highs. There's no need for it to go back down there again. See if this wants to come over, but see if I can pull this over. Needs to go above this high. Look at these candle bodies. Still, the bodies are still respecting this order block here. That's a good close. I want to see it go above this high now. Needs to really push fast to get up there. Nice reaction so far. At this point, I would pull the stop. Consequent encroachment of this wick. There's that daily order block. I guess this stuff is all random. Hmm. There you go. Close enough for me. I guess it's all random. There you go. Must be random. I guess we're lucky. Look to see if it wants to trade that high. But the target has been taken here at the equal high. That would be a beautiful setup right there. Hopefully you have found this one insightful.